I s- There he is.
What's up, big guy?
What's up, brother? How are you? Nice to see you. How do I?
What's up, man?
Causing trouble as usual. I like to stir things up, as you probably maybe seeing some of my posts. Oh, he's got the cigar. You're gonna smoke me, huh? All right. What do you got for me?
No, man. Listen, if I got to take a break from my baby, I'm gonna be outside and relax a little bit.
Nothing wrong with that, brother. Nothing wrong with that. But all right. I don't have too much time, so let's just jump into it. Are you suggesting to me that if I'm born with a penis, I'm not necessarily a man?
No. So what I'm suggesting is that you were saying that you have to identify as something singular.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did. You were saying in one of your posts, you said that okay, if I'm born with a certain biology, that means I have to identify as X. So what I'm saying is there's a concept of the signifier and the signified, right?
Okay.
You saw that from earlier.
Yeah.
So in other words, and you strike me as an anarchist. So I feel like if anybody would love this thought, I think you would.
Okay, try me.
All this language that we have is stuff that the man has given us for so
hey, you
let's
said
actually
the man. Wait, you just said the man. Are you suggesting that the government is masculine?
No, I'm using the man in the colloquial sense that everybody
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot this has to be funny also.
Yeah, right, of course. I got to be stupid always. But like I said, simple as this. I don't think you have to, like, if you're born with a dick, I don't think you have to identify as a man, but I think you'd be dishonest if you were to identify as something else. You can do whatever you want. It just doesn't mean that it's necessarily true in physical 3D reality.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's if you don't acknowledge that there's a difference between sex and gender. So gender is
when did this occur?
When did this occur?
Yeah.
It's actually something that we labeled as Western society. It's not something that really exists in other societies. It's
so we
actually
just made it up.
Well, yeah, it's called the study of ontology.
So it's
exactly, it is. Language is make-believe in general.
Well, no, because language exists. Language is something that we can use to discern with one another about ideas and stuff. It doesn't.
But there's nothing natural about language.
There isn't?
No. What's natural about language? It's something that people created.
Right. Therefore, it's natural. Natural just means, everything's natural. Name something that's not natural.
But the second that we name something, it's from that point forward imbricated with society.
What does imbricated mean?
In other words, it's built in everything that society understands from before that point. So if I go and name something,
right.
it's given all of the baggage that society has had for millennia.
Okay.
Right. So that's the same thing with gender and sexuality.
Okay. Let me ask you this, which is on the same topic. But do you consider me a bigot for attacking the LGBT? Because I try to clarify this over and over again to people, because people just want to rail on me and tell me I'm no good and I'm a lowlife, I'm a scumbag, simply because all I'm trying to convey is that we shouldn't use government violence to force people to do things a certain way, which is the whole reason I've been attacking them. I have no problem with gay people or transgender people. God bless them. I don't care. To tell you the truth, every gay person I've ever met was fucking hilarious, and I thought they were great. So.
I don't think you're a bigot for thinking that way at all, and I don't think so. Nobody should have anybody else's ideas forced upon them. So I think you're right there, and that's why I think the fact that you're an anarchist, I agree with you 100%. I'm more of a nihilist myself.
You've come to the dark side. You've come to the dark side. You're an anarchist.
Oh, I've always been a nihilist.
Oh, well, an anarchist and a nihilist aren't necessarily the same things, though,
No, they're a little bit similar. I mean, you believe that there should be no government and nothing really controlling us. I believe that nothing is really anything.
Okay, that's one way to look at it, sure. My whole thing is simple as this. I just think people should be able to choose for themselves what they should be able to do without the idea of being violently caged and kidnapped for doing so. And most people think I'm crazy for thinking that. And they want to use all these weird, vague terms to describe what's going on, but let's be honest. As far as I'm concerned, we're just fucking slaves,
In that case, we agree.
Yeah.
So a nihilist, John, just to answer your question, is somebody that believes everything is nothing. Nietzsche was the first nihilist, really the first labeled nihilist. And You know, he's famous for saying God is dead because we killed him.
Right. His mustache was something, though.
He was an awesome guy. He was an absolutely awesome guy. No, but I think so. What you just said right there, Justin, is I think we agree with each other more than anything. Right. Who needs to be labeled for anything?
Yeah, that's fine. My whole idea, though, is that they're trying to use the government to force us to speak the way that they want. I have a big problem with that. I'm going to keep making fun of them until they stop that. You know, again, it's anybody that goes after the First or Second Amendment. I'm going to destroy them. I'm going to destroy them with jokes, peacefully, but I will destroy them single-handedly if I have to. I take that stuff very seriously.
Yeah, I mean, it's a concept called reverse discourse. So when there's been oppression for so many years, which there has been against the gay community, women, any. Well,
I mean, I agree with you, but I think there's been oppression against all of humanity, not just gay people. I mean,
except for white male privilege.
I don't think that's necessarily true. I mean, humanity couldn't even really read the subject class up until like 150 years ago, maybe 200 years ago.